What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. So check this out, y'all. Amazon actually did something that made good business sense for once in their lives. They actually did something smart, something intelligent with Amazon Prime Video. They canceled a woke show that did nothing at all but promote and push agendas, and it also had terrible viewership to boot. No, I'm not talking about Rings of Power, although I could be talking about Rings of Power. No, I'm talking about A League of Their Own, and it seems like the creator is pissed off at them. She's calling Amazon cowardly. Abby Jacobson calls Amazon cowardly for blaming cancellation on the strike. Look, I think Amazon was trying to be nice, Abby. Okay, they were trying to be nice about it. They could have easily just went out there and slammed your show and said, oh, no, it's getting canceled because of the bad viewership, because nobody really watched it outside of the first 2 weeks when it dropped, because Amazon did the whole, hey, we're dropping it all at once. They dropped every episode all at once. 2 weeks, everybody that wanted to see it saw it. And then after that, viewership fell off the side of a cliff. So they could have came out and said that. They were trying to save the creator some embarrassment, all right, for being shit canned. Because basically, again, it was just a woke-driven show, much like Rings of Power, all right? And they said, hey, nobody's watching this thing. Let's pull the plug, you know? Maybe there's hope for Rings of Power. I doubt it. But let's go ahead and see what happened. A League of Their Own creator Abby Jacobson is throwing fastballs at Amazon in defense of her canceled series. On Friday, TV Line confirmed that Prime Video has decided to scrap the series' previously announced second and final season. An Amazon insider said the cancellation is due to production delays caused by the ongoing WGA and SAG-AFTRA strikes. To blame this cancellation on the strike is bullshit and cowardly. Jacobson fired back in an Instagram post on Friday, but this post isn't about all that. About all the ways this show has been put through the ringer. Not today. She continued, this post here is about the special show I was lucky to make with so many incredibly talented artists and actors and crews, blah, 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 blah. And here goes a Hollywood Reporter. A League of Their Own canceled as Amazon flips on abbreviated final season. The streamer had ordered a 4-episode conclusion to the queer take on Penny Marshall's beloved 1992 film. It only had 4 episodes, y'all. Like, is that even worth renewing? You know, you only got 4 episodes on the season. Like, is that even a season? What's the point of that? It's like a bloated movie at that point. You know what I'm saying? Reps for Amazon note that the strikes would have delayed the arrival of the series, along with the also unrenewed The Peripheral to 2025, when the subscription platform already has a heavy roster of originals. Yeah, this is all BS, obviously. Because look, if this was a good show, if this show was actually good enough, if it made money, if it was solid, if they had a lot of viewers coming in and watching it all the time, they wouldn't have had any problem renewing this, all right? Everything is getting delayed because of the strike. There's all kinds of movies and television shows getting delayed because of the strikes. The strikes is an absolute excuse, all right? All of these studios are using the strikes as the excuse to dump all of their content that they don't want to make. But they don't want to tell the creators that they don't want to make it. They just want to, oh, well, you know, I'm sorry, it's the strike, all right? But yeah, she's absolutely right when she says, yeah, using the strike is bullshit and cowardly. It is in a way, all right? But the reality is they're trying to save face. They should have just came out and said, no, the show was canceled because it's a money sink, all right? We're just lighting cash on fire. We probably could film us lighting all the millions of dollars of cash on fire and probably get better viewership than we could with this show. Look, this show checked all the boxes it needed to check, okay? It was a checkbox fiesta, all right? Representation galore. However, no one but the folks in the LGBTQ community and their handful of allies bothered to watch it. Nobody else cared. Only the virtue signalers and those in that community cared. Sorry, chick. All right? And that community is not this gigantic community. It's a very tiny community. Even in this country, it's a small community. Now you go outside this country, it's almost non-existent. There's not that many of them. Okay, so you're making a show that's focused specifically on this, you're not going to get a lot of viewerships. I'm sorry. That's just the reality of the situation. The 8-episode first season bowed at once in August to positive reviews, currently boasting a 94% amongst critics, 87% score with viewers on Rotten Tomatoes. Absolutely, yeah, it's doing great. But again, it's a very small community of people, all right? It's not like it got widespread viewership. The show also earned recognition from GLAAD, obviously, new outstanding TV series, the Independent Spirit Awards, obviously, the NAACP Image Awards, obviously. Okay, it checked every single box you could possibly check, all right? It did the box checking to perfection, all right? But what it didn't do is it didn't entertain people. Like, I want you to imagine if they actually just made a show strictly about women playing baseball, and that's it. Hey, it's just going to be a sports show about women playing baseball and the struggles of a season or whatever, like the original A League of Their Own. I actually like that film, the original League of Their Own back in '92. Had Tom Hanks, had Gina Davis, Madonna, even Rosie O'Donnell was good in it. It was a fun movie. If you did that, you probably would have been just fine. As THR reported earlier this year, several insiders at the streamer said its relying on testing and data led to a clash last summer between Graham and marketing execs after data showed audiences found League's queer stories off-putting and suggested downplaying those themes in materials promoting the show. You know what? This is a very interesting thing. Okay, so marketing executives, their job is to promote, right? We want to promote the show, all right? And the audiences said, hey, you know what? These queer stories are off-putting, and they suggested to downplay those themes in the materials promoting the show. So don't downplay them in the show. They didn't even say take them out of the show. They said downplay them in the materials promoting the show. All right. So don't go out there promoting and saying all of this crap about the queer stories. Just say, hey, you know what? We're going to downplay that. It's kind of like, it's like what I was saying with the Batman's a fascist line in the Blue Beetle. Why would you put that in a trailer? Okay, downplay all of that kind of crap in the marketing, in the trailers, in all of the lead ups, the articles that are being written or whatever. Yeah, people want to know certain things about the show, but you don't have to just hit them over the head with it. All right. Tell us a story about baseball. But see, the reason that they couldn't do this is because this entire show is all about the queer stories. All right. So, yeah, you can downplay it all you want to, but then you're going to kind of be misleading people in the marketing. Like, I think that's very important. Hollywood needs to understand that, straight up. They need to understand that. Stop promoting stuff that's going to be off-putting to audiences. All right. That's going to turn the audiences off from your show. Graham expressed concern about bias built into Amazon's system for evaluating shows, which multiple sources said often ranks broad series featuring straight white male leads above all others. You know what? You know what, man? Do you know why audiences favor the shows featuring the straight white male leads? Do you know why that happens? Because you can't dip into the identity politics and the messages and the agendas on oppression and all of that stuff like you did with this show. You can't do that. There's no racism angle. There's no sexual orientation angle. There's no feminism angle. There's no angles to play here. You just got to tell a good series. You just got to have a good show. That's it. There's nothing else to it. All right. No, in order for people to watch a show with a straight white male lead, it's got to be a good show. You can't spin it into any other nonsense, right? In other words, I can't get my audience to show up and watch a show by promoting the lead as the member of some marginalized community. If it's a white guy, all right? I can't play that game. I got to actually tell a good story. And that's the problem. And that's why people like those stories, because subconsciously the audiences understand, oh, this is just about to be a good story, okay? It might be a story I like, all right? But it's not going to have all of this other crap in it. I mean, it might have some, obviously, just because it has a white male lead, a straight white male lead. It doesn't mean it won't be woke, but it lowers the odds of it being woke. And that's what this is all about, all right? Cats are getting tired of wokeness. They are, all right? People, when they come home from a hard day of work, they just want to kick off their boots. They want to grab something to eat, grab a drink, sit down in their easy chair, and enjoy a nice evening of entertainment. They do not want agenda-driven content. They don't want lectures on race and sexual orientation. So when they see a straight white male lead, oh, okay, this is going to be good. A straight white male lead isn't leading a woke show, okay? We already know that. Straight white male, like, why do we have a straight white male in this? Yeah, we need a black queer woman to lead the show if it's woke, all right? That's the way it is. And then you don't feel guilty when you watch it because you're getting lectured. And you don't feel guilty if you don't watch it. It's like you'll remember the whole thing with Viola Davis and the Woman King talking about, well, if you don't watch my movie, that means you're saying that black women can't lead movies. There's none of that in this, okay? There's no takes of that of any kind when you're dealing with a straight white male, And that's the reason why they actually say, oh, we rank those series above all the other ones. And it's kind of funny how, as an aside, when it comes to the broader society, society at large, that, you know, when you don't have victimhood to hang your hat on, you know, you don't have a diversity quota working in your favor, and you just got to go out there and just be good at what you do, you know, and just knuckle down, you know, and just, hey, man, I just got to knock it out of the park, you know. I got to be a good worker. I got to be good at my job, whatever it is that I'm trying to accomplish. I got to be good at it because nobody's coming to save me. Isn't it funny how in this case, the straight white male leads get ranked above everybody else? Like I said, they just have to make good stories. They got to tell good stories. And again, there's no oppression. There's no victimhood that you can hang your hat on. Okay. They can't do that in these series. They can't do it in real life either, you know. In a way, I'm kind of envious, even though it sounds kind of fucked up that it's like, oh, well, we're never going to see you as a victim. So it's like you just got to knuckle down and get it done. And that, you know what? Like, in a way, hey, that's kind of the way it should be for everybody. You know, nobody should be able to pull victimhood cards every single chance that they need one. All right. So, oh, shit, man, let me throw my race card out there. You guys will see that on my thumbnail sometime. Race card. Okay. It's nice to, it might be nice. It might be better not to be able to throw that race card every single time you need it. Like I said, it's kind of fucked up that other people get to use a privilege that you can't. But at the same time, think about it. Like, now you just got to knuckle down. You got to go through that crucible of that grind to just be better than everybody else. And that actually helps you out. Anyway, folks, I'm through off of my soapbox. You guys let me know what you think about this whole situation. Yeah, I think it's a possibility that we might get some more Amazon cancellations or other cancellations as the strike continues, and they'll blame the strike, all right? They'll blame the strike all day long, but at the end of the day, we know what's up. But you guys go ahead, jump down in the comments, give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.